Testing 1, 2, 3.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to our office hours for another week. Just let me know if everyone can hear me properly. And we
Yes.
will wait another 2-3 minutes for some other participants to join, if that's fine. Okay, so let me start. In today's office hours, we will be talking how to add multiple floors to your projects. I don't know if you know how to do it. Maybe if you know, maybe you will learn something else. If you don't know, then hopefully after this, you will be able to do it yourself. So for linking floors, for a cohesive design flow, what we mean by that is that's design-wise. So whatever you're designing your spaces, no matter how many floors you have, it's nice to get like pretty much the same style throughout the house. So all the spaces feeling cohesive. So yeah, so just let me go into the project. I will just show you like an example of a mezzanine, and then I can show you how to create it. And at the end, you can ask questions and I will try to answer them. So just let me share my screen. Okay, just let me know if, can you see my screen? So this is basically, just get rid of that. and I'll just go to 3D. So this is basically a room with a mezzanine. Of course, it's way easier to work with multiple flooring if your floor plan is not very big, but if it's big, that can be done as well. So, first of all, what you have to do when you're planning to add another floor or a mezzanine in 2D, you need to click on your wall settings, click on your wall, go to your wall settings, and you need to adjust the height of your walls so you can accommodate your extra floors. All the floors that you will add, they will be added inside your floor plan. So in Foyr, there's no chance to build up, like a floor plan by floor plan and just put them up and up. You just need to adjust the height of your walls. And then inside, we will be creating extra floors, either with the Create New Product tool or by using the shapes that we have in catalog, whichever is easier. For any like angled walls or like if you need to maybe cut out something or things like that, then the best way is to use Create New Product tool. Another reason for that is that you can create cavities and openings for your stairs. So if you need to, for example, place the stairs inside, like in the middle of your floor, then you are able to do it with the Create New Product tool. With this particular design, that's just a mezzanine.
Could I just ask a question? So
Yes.
what you're saying, so in terms of, let's say it was 3 stories, you would add the room height for each individual room plus
Yes.
the floor height, I guess, essentially.
Yes.
So would you normally use, I don't know, 300, say, mil? So you add all of that together, just basically creating a really high room to then do these levels in
Yes.
between
Yes,
and create a
exactly.
model for the floor, which has the staircase.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
that's exactly, yes.
Thank
So
you.
you just need to combine all the floors. So the overall height of your building, you need to combine, like, combine all the floors. So just put height of a total height of your building, and then you can space up your floors inside. So now I'll show you how to do it on a single room. It doesn't matter if you have a single room or like a bigger project. That's basically the same way to do it. To work with the Create New Product tool, we have to switch to 3D. So first, you go to Create New Product tool. And now with the rectangle tool, you will outline the space where do you want to either create a floor or a mezzanine. If that's only a mezzanine, then like it will be, let's say, quarter of a room or a half of the room. So basically you will just create a shape, you will give it a depth, so the depth of the floor. Now you will click on done, and now you will just bring it up. So with the free movement, you will bring your floor up. Now, if you will go into settings, then you can choose on what height you want to have your mezzanine. So this is the height from the floor up to the your mezzanine. So if you know on what height is your mezzanine or your floor, then you can simply put it here. Like in this one, for example, if we go to edit, that's on a 2.5 meter. The same with and then you can add your stairs and let's say like a glass railing, things like that. When it comes to creating full floor, just let me adjust height. Let's say that we'll do 3 floors. So again, you will start with Create New Product tool. Now, if your first floor and the second floor goes above your room and you have like the ceiling is full, then you will create rectangle or a square covering your full floor area. Again, you will give it some depth. Now you can go to edit and just click on done first. Now you can go to edit and place it on the height that you want it. If that's not visible, then just click on free movement, and then you will have all the position X, Y, and Z ready to use. So we have our first floor, and then you will do the same with the second floor. We can actually even clone this one and just bring it up. So that's basically how it will look. Now you can change the texture. So you can put your floor, like a concrete floor, tiles, whatever you want on the floor. And when you'll be placing any furnitures, then they will automatically snap on your floor level. Now, if you need to place the stairs, we'll start with the one level first. And for example, let's say that there will be going, like, inside or on the side of your first floor. First, you will go to catalog and you will find the stairs that you want to use. You will place it whatever it needs to be placed. And now you will click on the product, so on the floor that we created. You will click on modify. You will turn on your environment so you can see where your stairs are. And now with the rectangle tool, you will trace over and create cavity for these stairs. Again, if you have all your measurements, you know how big the opening will be, so you can measure everything out. And now with the push and pull, we will slice that down. Now, if you need to resize
Sorry,
it,
Magda, where did you turn
yes.
on your environment there?
Here in the top left, left bottom corner, you
Oh, I
can
can't see it
hide the
because
environment. Yes,
okay,
or you
yeah, it's
can,
just hidden by the bar. That's okay. So it's just at the bottom left.
yes, yeah,
Okay,
you can
great.
hide it or unhide it.
Yeah.
Yeah. For stairs, you need to have it on because otherwise you don't know where your stairs are going. Now, if you need to get your opening bigger or smaller, then you can use the push and pull tool. And these sides here, you can work with them. So you can bring them forward or backward, whatever you need. Now you can resize your stairs. We click on done, then you can resize your stairs. You can add like a railing if you need to, and then you can start placing furnitures on your next level. When it goes to like for the renderings, there shouldn't be too much trouble because, like, you can zoom in and you can do your renders on each floor. The other thing is for the walkthroughs. So the walkthroughs are only available for single level floor plans. So you won't be able to do walkthrough of multiple levels.
Mm-hmm. Question,
Yes.
how about spiral stairs?
Yeah, with the spiral stairs, that will be a bit more difficult. So, well, we can do like circular opening as well,
Mm-hmm.
if that's something that that can be done. But just let me go back and we choose a different staircase. Even this one here with the angle.
Oh, that's tricky.
Yeah, we'll go to the modify. And with this one, we can actually try maybe to use the arc tool. I don't know if we will be able to, match it
Mm-hmm.
as it is, but we can try. So
Okay, that's exactly
first,
what I'm looking for a project.
okay, so first, let me do something like that. And now we can try to I'm just thinking what will be the best way to do it. Maybe I'll start like that. Okay, we can try to do something like that. And on the other side, I don't know exactly where are they
Mhm.
going, but we can just do something like similar, and then we can try and use the push and pull to maybe do it a bit better. And now we will
Mhm.
just use the push and pull. So we'll remove this part and we'll remove this part. Sorry, we'll remove
How did you
only the
remove
middle
that?
part. With the push and pull, we will remove
Oh,
this part here.
okay.
Okay, yeah. So it's not bad. We can now bring these ones a bit up and try to resize them to fit more within the opening. Yeah, so it will be something like that.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, that looks good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe I will just start with questions now.
I've got one.
Yeah.
So just thinking about something I'm working on at the moment that's so it's a huge double-story apartment. But obviously the walls are in different places from
Yes.
depending ground level to the first story. So in terms of the walls on the first story and up, how would that work?
You can create them by using your
The same
floor.
way that one.
Yes. Yeah. So for example, you will outline, let's say that you have like a wall going here. So you
Mm-hmm.
will outline the wall, and
Mm-hmm.
now you will just bring it,
Push
sorry.
pull.
Yes, with the push and pull, you will bring it up, and that's how you can
And then
create.
okay, and then that's how you can do the floor in a different texture, etc. It will
Yes, yeah,
separate that
then you can apply
automatically.
different textures. Yeah, because
Amazing.
if you will continue with the walls that you have downstairs, that they will be in the same position. So you need to use either the create new product tool, or you can use shapes from the catalog and just simply put them on the floor and resize them. We also have like a partition walls that if you
Yeah.
need like a glass partition, then you can use the partition walls. They are in our catalog as well.
No, that's great. So I'll just use the product tool to do that. That's makes sense.
Yeah,
Can you
and you can
show how
either
to do
use,
floors?
yeah.
Can you show how to do the different floors in different rooms like that? How to separate it? It's
You
not
can do it either room by room, or if you want to, if you have more time and you want to play with it, then you can do it for for your existing floor plan. So for example, for this one here, you can either do it room by room, or you can create like a full one and then remove this part here. Or even like, if you don't have it above your, let's say, hallway, then you can just cut it out as we did before. And first you will start with the biggest one. We'll give it some depth, so we are able then to use the push and pull to create the cavities. And now you can simply draw out lines where you don't need your second floor, like, above any other room. So for example, like we can start with this one here. Then you can pretty much resize it. And now we can remove this part here. Now, when we go on a different angle, we can, with the push and pull, we can resize it this way. And the same if, let's say, you don't need it like in a part of your hallway or even a full hallway, then again, you can either use the rectangle tool or a pen tool, and you can draw everything out and just remove the other part.
Hi, Magda. Sorry to interrupt. There's some questions in the chat as well.
Yes, yeah. So let's say that we have something like that. And now you will click on done and you will just bring it up, and then you can work with it. The only problem will be that if you will create it, like if you will create one floor for your entire floor plan, like one product for your entire floor plan, then you will have to use like, the same floor in each room. So like the one thing that you can do is either create a flooring for separate rooms, or now when you have your room, then again with the create new product tool, just create a surface in the room where you want to apply different texture, and then you're happy to apply you can apply different texture. Yes, when you resize the stairs, they always end up looking awkward. How do you recommend to fix that? So that all depends what kind of stairs you want to use. Some of the stairs, you can stack them. Like, for example, if they're very simple, then you can just stack them. But if they're like the ones that we use now, even the spiral ones, or any that, like, that they maybe go on a second floor and they have like a turn, then unfortunately you can only resize them to like a 1-2 points, so they're not looking weird. If you need to use the stairs for multiple floors, then maybe try to use like, simpler stairs, because it is tricky, and not all the stairs you can resize to, let's say, 3 floors and they will look great. So like even these ones, like, like you can do them on 1 floor and then you can do the next one leading to another level. For example, these ones, the same, you can only resize them to such point, because then they will look messy, and they won't look realistic at all. For like a simple stairs like this ones, you can add them, so you can stack them, or you can use geometric shapes or create new product to, for example, try to add some steps underneath. It will make viewing for the first floor difficult. Therefore, is there a hide tool function to hide the second floor away to view the first floor? Well, you can use the invisible material, but then you will have to come back to original materials. But there's nothing that, like, you can click on and your floor will disappear, unfortunately. The auto hide wall, that only works for the outside walls and, like, for the walls that you will create in a 2D, not the ones that you will create with shapes or with create new product tool. Yes, you can. Does making these walls with create new product and make adding doors in possible? Yes, you can add doors, you can add windows. They should snap within your wall. If not, then you will have a punch tool available in the top center of your screen. So click on the product and click on the punch tool, and it should punch through your created wall. Yes, you need to create a product to add walls on second floor. Yes. Yes, I can show you the punch tool. So let's say that we'll place doors. Now they snapped in out. Oh, sorry. I will do that on the other project where we have this wall here. Now we have the punch tool, and you can resize them so they will be visible from both sides. So we can make them. And now they're visible from both sides. So if you will use a punch tool and you won't see them on the other side, then just change the depth of them and then click on the punch tool again. With the punch tool, with items that are punched, sometimes when you will move them, they might disappear. So just whenever you move them, just click on the punch tool and they will be visible again.
What's the purpose of the punch tool compared to the push and pull?
For the push and pull or the punch tool?
The punch tool.
The punch tool create cavities for items that that you're putting either in created product or even sometimes in the wall, like niches, like a sink. If you were to put a sink on the countertop, then you won't be able to see the bottom of the sink. So you just click on the sink and the punch tool is available, and then the punch tool creates a cavity. Do you recommend floor dock cube stack to make steps if not needed? Yes, you can use them. If you don't want to create your own, then you can use the shapes that we have in the catalog, and you can stack them and you can create stairs from them. You won't use the push and pull, you will use the resize tool for them. The push and pull, it's only for creating products. Do you ever recommend trying to build stairs from scratch? Again, it all depends what kind of stairs do you need. For example, if there will be very ornate stairs or like a really, spiral, then you won't be able to build them. Like for me, the first go is the catalog. It's just way faster and simpler. So if you can find something similar to what you're looking for, then use items from the catalog instead of creating them. Will adding floors and items slow down the working speed? Yes, if your internet is not great, then the more items you have, the more room you have, the slower the software might go. Sometimes if you're having problems with that, you can go to File and in 3D, go to Settings, and in 3D, you can change the modes. So if you change the modes to normal or optimized, like your shapes, they will be more squared off, but you will be working faster.
Is there a way to add wainscoting to a spiral staircase?
Oh, don't think so, because even with the create new product tool, you won't be
Mhm.
able to match the angle
The
as
curve.
much as you want.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other so what happens if you need floor plans now for each floor? In the past, I just did a separate project for it. Yes, and that's what I would recommend. If you have floor plans for each floor, then first of all, it's easier to create them. Second of all, your project will move faster. So if you don't need to do any renders of all the floors together, because on the walkthrough you won't be able to show them anyways, then I will create floor plans separately. So I will create a floor plan for each floor. The same, like if you're creating floor plan and you don't need to do the full house. For example, you need to do like a 2 or 3 rooms and you don't need to show them together. You don't need to do the walkthrough. Then it's way easier to do them room by room. Any other questions?
You mentioned that you can only do the walkthrough on
For
one
a
level.
single
Is that
floor.
correct?
For a single floor, yeah.
But if you have like a double floor, you would only see the single floor walkthrough. You couldn't go up into the second level.
No, you won't be able.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Which dimension is the walkthrough again? Is it 4K?
The walkthroughs, they're high density, sorry, high definition, but they will be around 4K. But they're very good quality. You can use the low density as well if you don't need the high density. But if your rendering credits are not the problem, then choose the high density. Sorry, the high density, because they just look way better.
Can you show how to do that, or is it too hard?
Oh no. Just let me open any other projects that's finished and I'll show you how to do walkthroughs. The walkthroughs are very easy to do because you're only choosing cameras and then the software generates the rest. So if we go to, you click on take a render and then, sorry, I will just move that away. And then you just click on create walkthrough. Now we have a high density where you can add as many cameras as you want. You can delete some cameras and the credit consumption is like 2 credits per camera. With low density, that's a minimum number of cameras used, so you can't add any more. That's more standard walkthrough experience and it's 1 render per camera. So with the high density, you will choose which one you want. You click on proceed. You're not charged until the very last part. Now, there's also many cameras. If you want to delete them, then you just click on a camera, you click delete key on your keyboard, and you can just delete them. Each camera has a 360 point view. So like for small spaces, you need 1, maximum 2 cameras. Now, if you want to move cameras, then you can click on the camera and you can simply move it in any other place. If you want to add cameras, then we have add cameras in the top center of your screen. So you just click on add, and then again, you can place it wherever you want. We have lighting settings that looks the same as for rendering. So you can set your lights and time of day and environment. And then we have cameras. So for the cameras, you can either choose a starting point. So whatever your clients will open the link, that's where the walkthrough will start. Or you can set camera order. So let's say that you have 10 cameras, you can place them. So you just simply take them and just move them. So let's say that it will be like a 1 to 20. And then when they will click on play, it will play on. Now I will show you finished. Just let me open another project. I have a finished walkthrough, and I will just show you how that works. So for the walkthroughs, basically, there's a link generated, and you can share that link with your customers.
Is this available only on the premium program?
No, the walkthroughs are available on every plan.
Okay, great. Thanks.
They're available from standard and premium. They're not available on basic.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Standard and premium.
So now if you go to your renders, because your walkthroughs will be in the same place as your renders, then you will click on the walkthrough that you created, and that will be open in a new tab. So now just let me share a new tab. So now this will open. You will have this one in the top right corner. So you can click on the cameras from here. You can click on the cameras from here. As you can see, each camera has a 360 point view. And if you want to, you can click on play and it will just rotate the camera. And that's the link. So you can share that link with your customers. Oh yeah, no, you can change the like wherever it will open, you don't need to start with the starting camera. That's like, that's where it will open. But for example, if you want to use this camera and start with this one, then you will just choose which camera. How many do you recommend in a space like the one you are using? I would recommend 2, maximum 3 cameras.
How many does the basic one give you?
You don't have any walkthroughs on basics on
No,
the standard.
sorry, I mean the high end of camera amount or the basic one where it gives you the default one. You have a choice before you
Oh,
went
high
in.
density, I think you meant, is it?
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
that's it.
I'm going to ask that. Yeah.
The low
Oh,
density room.
For the high density, you can use as many cameras as you want. For the lower plan, it all depends on your space. So just let me share the screen again. So we will we will have the comparison, for example. So now if we'll go to create a walkthrough and we'll go with the low density, then you have like a minimum cameras that are actually needed for the space. But it's for the low density, it's not only the number of cameras, it's also the walkthrough experience. So it won't be in such a high quality. So like you won't be able to see as many details. So if you have any textures, they won't be as visible and things like that. So it's not only like the higher consumption is not only for the number of cameras, it's just for the quality of the walkthrough. Yes, you can email the link. How did you get that flooring detail? Which one do you mean? Like the flooring that I used in this project?
Oh, like the parquet.
Yes, that's simply taken from the catalog and just simply resized. So if you go to textures and floor, that's this one. So I'll just show you example when you drop it. Like it will, like with any other textures, it will go throughout the surface that you will be dropping it on, but you can either edit it by changing the number of tiles, or you can change it by texture size. By the texture size, we're talking about size of a single tile. So if you know the size of a single tile, you can put it here, and then you can edit it by the texture size.
Oh, I have a question. I noticed in the screenshot here that you have an exterior backdrop, like that shows the sky and
Yeah,
trees.
well, so that's actually custom environment. So if you want to use like a custom view that you will see through the opening, through the window, then you can create a wall in front of your window, or use the create new product tool to create a product in front of your window, and then upload an image. So upload texture, image of like a garden or whatever, and then you can drop it to that wall as a texture. And then when you will do the render, you will have your custom environment.
Great.
How do you change the starting point of the camera? You just choose which camera is, are you talking about how to rotate it? You're like, you need to just place it in a spot where it's facing something, because then, like, we like it has like a 360 point view, and you can rotate it over here. So just place it anywhere that, like, maybe the first one even in the middle, and then you can try and rotate it here in the right corner. So it will be pointing to something. Is that what you meant? On the last office hours, I know that loads of you were asking to do another session with the Create New Product tool. Is there anything in particular that you would like to learn how to do with the Create New Product tool? You can drop that into the chat box if there's anything particular, and we'll go through all the answers, and we'll see if it will be like many people interested in one topic, then maybe we can do it again. Feature wall with create tool. Okay, and what kind of feature wall? For complicated objects like a dining chair, a table lamp. Okay. Drop your suggestions in the chat box, and we will go through them, and we'll see what needs to be, what can be done, and what not. wood with wallpaper that integrates sconces. But is it like a half and half, or do you have like a special shapes in mind of the wood, like arches, and then like a wallpaper inside? So many molding options, would love to incorporate into projects. We have loads of moldings in our catalog. So you can, if possible, you can use the ones that we have here. So if you go to building elements and molding and millwork, then we have moldings and trims, and you can use whichever and just place them whatever you want, just resize them. Even if you will type in molding or trim, then more options will be visible. So always try to look first in the catalog and try to find whatever you need, because even with the moldings, some of them, again, when they will be like a very ornate, like for example, this one, like I don't even think that it will be possible to create with the create new product tool. And if it will be so time consuming that I don't think if it will be worth it. Oh, art shapes using the arc icon. Yes, that's actually very, very easy to do. I can show it straight away here. Just let me to draw. So for using the arc tool first, you will create a rectangle. So let's say that we'll do like an arched cabinet. Again, you will give it a depth with a push and pull. And now you can use the arc tool. So we either have an arc tool that works like that. So you just draw, you start with one point and just basically draw a line. And then from that line, you will create your arc. And then you will use the push and pull to remove the upper parts. Or you can use the 3D arc. So with the 3D arc, you just begin whatever you want to begin, then it will find a midpoint, and then you just go into the other end. You just need to calculate where to start. Or use the ruler tool and just see where do you want to start your arc. So it will find the midpoint, and then, and again, you will use the push and pull to remove the other part. Now, if you want to, I think I use the push and pull. You need to have the, you need to add depth to be able to remove parts that you don't want to use. So remember that you need to add, like you need to add depth to a product first to be able to. The easiest way is to measure everything out, or just to use the arc tool. Okay, yeah, and now you have it. For like, if you would like to create like a bookshelf out of it, then you will use the offset copy the shape, and then you can measure out your shelves and use the push and pull for cavities to create cavities openings for your shelves.
Can you show that?
Yeah. So you can use the line offset to measure out. So let's say that we'll have like a, And now you will just remove the part down. You can leave the backing if you want to like apply any other texture. If you don't need it, then you can completely remove it, but then you will have like a wall behind your bookcase. So you can measure everything out with your ruler as well. So you can either use the offline, the line, or you can use ruler and then either a rectangle or a pen tool to trace over it. And again, just push and pull to slice it in.
Why does the bottom line look different than the one you just made?
Sorry?
Why does the bottom line you first made is different from the one you just made?
I just did it quickly. You just need to like, use your ruler and measure everything out.
But I mean, the bottom one has an edge on it and the top one doesn't. Like,
Yeah, because you have no cavity here. So you need to do the
oh,
cavity. Yes, yeah. When you're creating a product like you're doing with the bookcakes and want to add a finish to it, the same, is there a way to apply the texture to the whole product in one click? No, you will apply to one part, but then you can use the copy texture tool. So for example, if you'll go to textures and you will apply any texture, then you can use the copy texture tool, and then you can just place it on other parts. That's faster than drag and drop it from the catalog.
Hmm. Can you please just go over quickly how to remove the unwanted spaces?
With the push and pull,
Oh,
you
yeah.
use push and pull to create depth, but also to create cavities. So you just either bring it forward or push it backward.
Oh, okay. So when you push it backward, it removes it.
Yes, yes. And you
Like,
can
say
even, type in how much do you want to hide it. So like if you will have like a bigger depth here, then you can, with a push and pull, like you can add measurements as well. So yeah, so you can type in like, how deep you want your cavities to be, or how much depth you want to add.
So, for example, when you made the arc, you started with the rectangle and then you made the arc, but you had leftover pieces of the rectangle at the top and you removed those. I wasn't quite clear on how you did that.
Yes, first of all, you need to create the square or a rectangle first. And then from that, you can create your arc. So first, you will create you can add the width and height of your bookcase. Now,
Hmm.
you will give it some depth because otherwise you won't be able to remove the other part.
Okay.
And now, with the arc tool, you will draw the line. It will draw a straight line automatically. And now you will just bring it up. And with the push and pull, you will remove this part up.
So you just click on that. Do you do anything else? You just,
No, you click and you need to move it with your mouse or your trackpad, like with your fingers. So you either move it forward or you move it backward.
Okay, I understand. Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
If you're not sure, then like move your screen on an angle so you're
Mhm.
actually see what you're doing. So like, for example, if I will do it, now I know that I'm going forward, now I'm going backward.
Got it.
So
Okay.
yes, yeah.
Okay,
And
thank you.
when you're facing it, then sometimes you don't know what move are you doing. So it's
Mhm.
best to go on an angle. We need to wrap it. You can save your questions for the next session, which is next Thursday, if that's fine. Thank you all for being here. And we'll try to come up with something else for next sessions. Thank you so much. Take care, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.